All right, thanks for joining today. We're going to continue our flight across the Pacific to um, American Samoa, Pago Pago. So I'm here in Tahiti, where I've been vacationing for the last few days on layover, and we are going to fly the 767-300 across the ocean to American Samoa. So we're all loaded up. We're ready to go. I'm flying X-Plane 11, and this is the flight factor 767-300. So I've also got a number of plugins that I'm running. I'll just show this real quick. So I've got the ground handling. You can see this, they're done loading now. I'm running SkyMax Pro. It's my preference for the atmosphere and some of the extra lighting and clouds and stuff. I don't use Tugmaster, but I have it. I just got this. This is an interesting plugin. This is XATC Chatter, and what it does is, okay, I'll show you real quick. It's a little buggy, but you can choose the different stations, the radio stations you want to connect to, and get a live stream from the web. So it's like real ATC. You can't interact with it, obviously, but it makes the game more realistic. Okay, back to the plugins for a second. Squawk Box. We're not going to be connected for this flight. Better pushback, and then terrain radar, the XRAS. And then world traffic, which I actually think brings a lot to X-Plane, brings in planes. I don't have any ground routes for this airport, so we're not going to see any traffic. Maybe we will in the sky and in the TCAS, but I don't think we're going to see traffic here at the airport. So we're going to be flying to Samoa, and we've got our clearance ready to go. So we're going to call for pushback.
Run to cockpit. Please show me where you want to go.
I want to go right here, sir. So we're going to move the aircraft back here, and we're going to take off from runway 22.
Run to cockpit. Tow is driving up.
This flight should be. Well, we're expecting some rough air. We know there's weather at the destination, so we want to be prepared for that. So we've let the in-flight crew know that we have the weather, and they will be adjusting service as required. So in terms of format for this stream, I've been recording this, most of my flights now for the last couple days. I just got into streaming. This is probably my third or fourth flight that I've done, and the idea is I just want to document it. So I want to document my flight, and if folks can join and tune in, that's great.
Okay. All doors and hatches are closed. Ready to connect.
All right, go ahead and connect. So he's going to connect down here, which I think is going to kill. It's interesting. Let's see what happens. I think this should kill the ground handling. Anyway, the idea is, I want folks to join if they can join in, but this is really for me documenting my flights on my channel.
Tow connected by the pin inserted. Wheeling parking brake.
Okay, we're not ready to go quite yet. So we're going to bring the ground handling folks back to their hangars, their storage areas. We are going to make sure our signs are on. Let's see. About 50,000 pounds of fuel for the flight. We're not going to be using the center tanks, purely the wings. We've got the weather radar turned on just to monitor what's going on. Okay, let's say hide all. Let's go to the ground here and let's remove chocks. Get off the blocks here. We got doors are closed. Oh, and what do you know? We got some weather right above the field here, so, and terrain as well. We got mountains there. All right, let's go ahead and get underway here. All right.
Starting pushback, and you may start engines.
Okay, let's prepare for engine start. So we'll go ahead and turn the packs off. We're going to start our left engine first. So this is going to be a fairly long flight today. Well, not long, but introduce some fuel there to the mix. You can see it coming up. But what we're going to do is we're going to take off, and then I'm going to step away. I'm just going to let it sit for a little while, and then I'll be back for the landing, the approach and landing. So if you're tuning in, stick with me. Otherwise, just go ahead and scan forward or dub forward, whatever you want to call it, in the video player. All right. Let's see these guys going up over there. The weather in the area has just been really poor for the last few days, so we need to be prepared for just kind of some bumps on the way out. The scenery is not, oh, there's a plane up there you can see. The scenery is not very good. It's probably like 5 years old, but it's only scenery really for X-Plane for this airport. The destination scenery is a little bit better. So we got that going for us. Okay. Got an Air Tahiti there. Looks like they're loading it up. Everyone's got their window shades dialed.
Operation complete. Set parking brake.
Okay, parking brake set.
Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
All right. All right, so let's turn our packs back on. Get the air conditioning flowing. Turn these on, and then we'll go ahead and there we go. Let's turn off our APU generator and turn off the APU. Let that start its cool down mode. If you haven't flown the Flight Factor 767, this plane is spectacular. I think actually out of every plane, minus maybe the A320 from Flight Factor, it's hard. I'd say the top planes are this plane.
Bypass pin has been removed. Hand signal on the right. We'll see you next time on Haverside flight.
Okay, thank you, sir. Hey, have a good day. Yeah, out of all the planes, I would say Flight Factor 767, 757, A320, and then the MD-80 are probably, those are my all-time. I used to like some of the JAR design stuff, but now that I've experienced, look, we got planes on the runway over there. It looks like he's doing a go-round. But now that I've experienced, let's say goodbye here. All right, sir. See ya. Taxi lights on. Let's turn our wipers on, and let's go ahead and go. Start the timer. But now that I've experienced some of the better planes that are out there, oh sorry, I'll add the 737-800 by Zibo, the 900, pretty epic, freeware. But what I was saying is now that I've experienced some of the planes that are out there, I think really you can kind of see which developers do a great job, and those that aren't quite there yet. So, I mean, I'd rather have like realistic.
Approaching 04.
Okay. Just make sure all our lights are on. So we got aircraft in the area. I don't want them to land on us. I want them to know.
On runway 04. Flaps. Flaps.
Okay. Yep. Take up checklist. Got the flaps are coming down. Let's test our auto brake. Yep. Hydraulics are good. And there's our flaps. We're going to do flaps 5 takeoff. Give it a little more power here. Yeah, we've got weather in the area, so we're not super heavy today, so we'll try to do a pretty steep climb out of here. We can set that stuff up right now, but I'm thinking, oops, we're not gonna do that high. I'm thinking we're gonna climb out of here around 2,000 feet per minute, and we'll increase that once we pick up speed. I want to get above the clouds and out of the weather, so we'll plan on doing that. You can see the course we're gonna take here. There's a turnaround spot coming up. Oops. Getting in love with the view here. The woman on the tail, her name is Pu'alani. It's a symbol of Hawaiian Airlines. Okay, I think there's 2 spots here. Let's take a look. Ah, there are 2 spots. Okay, perfect. All right, folks, get ready for takeoff. We are there. Slowed it down a bunch. I just don't want to slide. You can see the water coming off the tires. It's pretty wet here. I think there were some thunderstorms in the area earlier. All right, so flight crew knows we're about to launch this plane into the air here. Not in love with the scenery. Not in love with the scenery, but we'll continue our journey. One thing to check real quick. We can check that later. That's fine. This runway should be long enough for us. It will handle the A340, and if it can handle the A340 300, it can, or 200, 300 maybe, they can handle pretty much anything because that thing's sluggish with a heavy load. Well, we're right at sea level, so we should be in good shape. Everyone's got their window shades closed here. All right. Okay, pull it on the runway.
2.
And we're looking good. See the other islands out in the distance there. I think we're good. We'll line up here and I think we're good to go.
On runway
We are.
2.
We gotta watch the cruise ship at the end. All right, let's go ahead and we're looking good. Let's go ahead and bring up the power. Okay, that's looking good. We'll go all the way. Take off power. All right. Here we go. 100. All right, V1, rotate. Ooh, yeah, here we go. Still want to do a tail strike. Gotta clear that. Positive climb. Gear up. We are climbing slowly, but nice and fast, so we're good. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and turn on the autopilot. And we'll increase our rate of climb. And we're going to come up to flaps 1. Let's see if we can get a shot of us climb out. There's the airport. Yeah, we got some rain, weather coming through. Alright, we're tracking, so let's see what happens. We need to watch our speed. I'm going to bring it down because we're at 3,000, almost 4,000 feet, so I'm going to rein it in a little bit, and we're going to bring the flaps up to 0. And we'll clean the surfaces. And you can't see anything really because everyone has their window shades closed, but here we are climbing out of Tahiti with the 767-300 flight factor, X-Plane 11, and it is still a gorgeous day even though it is a little stormy. This aircraft is nearly 30 years old, going into retirement next month. Last remaining 767-300, not an ER, but 300 with Hawaiian Airlines. Alright, we're tracking pretty nicely here. Oops, I better watch my speed. And the other thing we need to do now that we are climbing is we can bring in our wipers. Clean that up too. Yeah, I know. I'm a little excited here. Let's slow this down. Okay. So it looks like there is some aircraft in the area. I don't know what this is all about, but we'll find out. Looks like there's a transition, and then we're on our way. So we're climbing out of this area. We're at 7,000. We've got a nice vertical speed going. Looks like we're over 4,000 feet per minute. So that's what this aircraft wants to do right now. We'll let it do it. Well, let's take a look at a few things here. So we are coming up on 10,000 feet. So let's bring in the lights. See certain weather here off the bow. $11 o'clock storm there. Let's see, we're gonna hit the next. Then we got a nice trek here, and that's always stepping away after this. It's a nice trek. Also running this through Project Fly. So you can see here, if I go to the radar, here I am, the only one down here doing this. But there's my aircraft, and if I get a little closer, I think it's easier. So, okay, we're leaving Tahiti. There's the flight path. So, since we've got about 3 hours of flight, I'm gonna say it's probably going to be about 2 hours. 2 hours and 30 minutes, 45 minutes once we get up to cruising. We were landing right around dark, I believe. So, get ready for that. Okay, we're turning. Almost through 18,000 feet. Trying to see if there's any scenery we can look at here. A little bit out there. So I brought this plane in from Honolulu. We came in 2 days ago, and I had some issues on landing. I had some really bad frame rate things going on. So the stream's up, but it's not good. So we came in from Honolulu and decided that, I'm going to keep on with the trek here. So we're after this flight, not today, but after we take this aircraft to Pago Pago, we're going to go on to Fiji, and then we're going to head up to. I'm trying to decide if we're going to head to New Zealand or where we're going to go, but we're going to head up the other side of the world there, and then back across up to Japan. And then back across the Pacific to Honolulu. We'll call it the retirement tour, if you will. All right, we are getting in line here for our stretch. Almost 25,000 feet, going up to 310. And if you're just joining us, we are flying from Tahiti to American Samoa, Pago Pago. We are flying the Flight Factor 767-300, and this is X-Plane 11. Welcome aboard, folks. If you're watching this, please subscribe to my channel if you want to see more flight adventures. Basically, my channel is like a flight diary. Anytime I fly online or I'm putting hours in for Project Fly, I'm going to document it on here. So I can always look back and see what the flight was about and what we saw around the world. A lot of times I fly some of the same airports in the United States just because it's fun. I know the routes. I know even if I know if the weather's going to be a certain way or maybe it's going to be a challenge, then I'll go ahead and fly to that airport just because I know it'll be fun because I know the airport pretty well and I won't get in trouble. But I need to branch out a little bit, and so that's why I was searching around and I saw Project Fly. And I thought this is exactly, hopefully they keep investing time and energy into it because it's like the next level flight sim, like social network. It's how it should be. I think they've done a great job. So if you haven't checked it out, go check out Project Fly, and you install in a plugin for X-Plane, and it's super simple, and you just fire it up, desktop and desktop app, and then a plugin for X-Plane. Okay, folks, we're leveling off at flight level 310. And it looks like we've got some traffic here off our, it's pretty far, but you can see we've got maybe an inbound aircraft. We can take a look on the flight radar. NTAA. We don't see anything. It's not showing up. We're too far. So there's probably some aircraft coming in from the US or from Japan, Europe. Okay. So now that we leveled off, we've got, if we take a look at we've got a long way to fly. So at our current rate, we're probably looking at least 2.5 hours. Let's take a look at what, Project Fly quit. Or did I quit? I quit Project Fly. Oops. Hold on here. Let's get that back up. Okay, there we are. So, yeah, we're looking at 2 hours and 47 minutes of flight time. So, I am gonna you know what? I'm just gonna disconnect. I'm gonna save energy and save storage, and just disconnect and come back. So when I come back, we will have the landing of this flight. So join us for that. So kick back, relax. We'll see you in about 2 hours or so. We'll come back about 45 minutes before landing to get prepped, get ready to go. So I'm going to go ahead and sign off here in a second. Okay, folks, I'm going to go ahead and sign off here. And we'll be back about an hour before landing. Thanks for joining us on this stream, and we'll see you shortly.